Lesson 3.6 on page 215 of your book. Name of this lesson is called Mixed Number Notation. We're continuing on with our series on fractions. And in this particular lesson, what we're going to do is we're going to first of all look at just a few bits of notation. Notation meaning we're just going to talk a little bit about some vocabulary words and how you write some things. First bit of information we're going to do is talk about what is called a mixed number. A mixed number is a combination of a fraction and a whole number. So a mixed number would be 3.5. And one of the things that's necessary to understand about this is this actually means 3 plus 1/2. It does not mean 3 times 1/2. In some of the previous lessons we talked about not having a sign between numbers or objects or whatever, because that would automatically mean a multiplication sign. But if you remember, we never left two numbers side by side without a sign unless we put a parenthesis around one or both numbers signifying multiplication. We never wrote a multiplication number as 2 times 1/2 without a sign there. You don't put two numbers together. Two numbers are together like that, it means plus. It does not mean multiplication. This means multiplication because we have a variable, a letter, and a number with no sign between. But numbers next to each other means plus sign. So this first section that we're going to be doing is learning how, or reviewing how, to change these mixed numbers into improper fractions. If you remember, improper fractions are fractions with the number in the denominator larger than the number in the denominator. And that's what we're going to be doing here with 2.5. We're going to be changing it from a mixed number to an improper fraction. And then later on, we'll be showing you how to change improper fractions to mixed numbers. So, rather than going through all the theory, let's just learn the shortcut method in order to do this. You take the whole number, the 2, let's change this to a 3, so when I'm talking about a 2, you're aware of what number I'm talking about. But to change this to an improper fraction, we take the large number, the whole number, the 2, and we multiply it by the 3, and then we add the top number. So, and we put that over the denominator. And if you remember from years back, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, and you get 7/3. That's what we have here. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, over 3 is 7/3. And that's all there is to changing a mixed number to an improper fraction. So let's just try a couple of those. 2 3/4. That is 2 times 4 plus 3 over our original denominator 4. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11. 11 over 4 then is our answer. If we were to do one like 6 5/9, let's put that up there. Without going through that one step that I've been showing, let's just do it. 6 times 9 is, 54. And then we're going to add 5. And we get 59 over 9 for an answer. Alright, let's go the other way around. Let's change a mixed number. Well, let's use our 59 over 9. Let's work at changing our mixed number to, our improper fraction to a mixed number. So we're going to change the improper fraction to a mixed number, which means that we're not going to have just a numerator and denominator. We're going to actually change that to, well, our original number when we were doing the other way was 6 5/9. So we multiplied 6 times 9, got 54, plus 5 is 59 over 9, and that's where this came from. So we went from mixed number to improper fraction. Let's go to improper fraction back to mixed number. Alright, well, you do this. Top number goes under the division sign. Denominator, bottom number, goes here. So we just divide. 6 goes into 59 6 times. 6 times 9 is 56. Left with 3. And make sure I've got everything. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a 54. No wonder it wasn't working right. Yes, you gotta watch your math. Watch my math, I guess I should say. So we've got 6 with 5 left over, and the way you write that remainder, you can change it to a fraction. So instead of writing 6 remainder 5, we can write it 6 and remainder 5 over our 9. So that would come over there. And that's the way you change from an improper fraction to a mixed number. Alright, let's try another one. Let's do one like 23 over 5. So our 23 goes in the division sign. Our 5 goes out here. We divide. 5 goes into 23 4 times. 20. 3 left over. I'm as far as I can get here. So I get 4. Take my remainder. Put it up here. Over this number here in my denominator. And I'm done. So that's all you have to do. Divide regularly. You come down to the end where you have a remainder. The remainder goes in the numerator. The number you divided into the 23 goes into the denominator. And you're done. Not much to that. Which leads us to a few examples that they're giving us. In fact, let's look at example 8 on page 218. They're giving me 2 and they're wanting to add 3 over x. Now this goes back into some of our previous lessons where we are trying to find common denominators before we add. If you remember right, 2 is the same as 2 over 1. And one of the shortcuts I gave you was that you look here and you look here, especially when you have a variable in your denominator. This is when I really use this. I look here and I say I've got a 1 here, but I don't have an x. So I need an x over here so that I have a common denominator. So I put an x here, but if I put an x there, I have to put it at the top. And we're multiplying. And I've got an x here. Well, I don't have a 1 here. So I put a 1 here and I multiply by a 1 there. Which gives me 2x. 1 times 3 is 3. All over 1x, or just x. And I'm good to go there. Now let's try one more here before we're done. X minus 3/4. I'm going to put that over 1. Alright, so need to find a common denominator. One of the things that's fortunate when you have a denominator of 1, whatever denominator is on the other fraction, that's your common denominator, because 1 goes into anything. So if we have a 1 here and a 4 here, we know our common denominator is going to be 4, because this one will always mirror what the other denominator is. But we have to change this to a 4 by multiplying top and bottom by 4. So now we have 4x over 4 minus 3 over 4. And remember, we have to combine those two just to make it look prettier. And we're good to go at that point. So next video we'll have some examples, and then we'll go on to 3.7.